Hey guys, it's Jeff Johnson and welcome to video number 2 of Amazon Affiliate Quick Start. This particular video is all about doing the product research necessary to find hot selling products with high commission payouts. So this is the second video in our series. The first video in the Amazon Affiliate Quick Start training series was called Market Research, and I walked you through an extremely comprehensive set of tools that I use and that you need to use to find the hottest markets. In this video, which is video number 2, we're going to talk about using some of those tools to pick your products, the most profitable products to sell as an affiliate through Amazon. And in video number 3, we're going to cover our keyword research. In video number 4, we're going to move on to building an actual affiliate website, and I'll give you a real life example of the tools that I use in the actual website that I build and how I build it. In video number 5, I'm going to show you how to get traffic to your new affiliate website. And in video 6, that's the most important video because that's where I'm going to show you how to turn your new traffic into leads and into money, because affiliate marketing is all about building your list and making money. But before we move on, here's a few assumptions that I've made. I'm assuming that you'll be using this stuff to market products as an Amazon affiliate because I'm using Amazon examples specifically in these video tutorials. I'm also assuming that you're going to be able to figure out how to apply the same concepts to just about any other affiliate network, because these are fundamental concepts that apply to ClickBank, to CJ, to Linkshare, and thousands of other networks that are out there. I just happen to be using Amazon for a specific example in this series. I'm also assuming that you're just getting started out with affiliate, which is why I'm covering some of the basics in these videos. Not all the videos are about the basics, but some of them are, so bear with me. Even if you're an experienced affiliate, it doesn't hurt to see how somebody else does their research or picks their products. Now, most importantly, I'm assuming that you have already watched video 1 in the Amazon Affiliate Quick Start video series. If you haven't, folks, pause the video and go check out video number 1. The reason is quite simple. The tools and the techniques that I'm using in this video were already discussed in video number 1. So I'm not spending a great deal of time rehashing the same content here. So it's very, very important that you go back and check out video 1 if you haven't done it already. If you have, let's go ahead and move on. Now, in video number 1, you'll remember in the market research phase, there are 2 things that I did, 2 types of research. I did the Amazon bestsellers research and I did the next big thing research. Now, the Amazon bestsellers research is easy. If you go to Amazon, you do a search in any category, they have a bestsellers link that you can click, or bestsellers search feature that allows you to pull up the top selling products in every single one of the hundreds of categories that they have. They are easy to identify. There's also a built-in market for the products because they're already bestsellers. There's also a lot of people searching for the product, and we know that because they've already become bestsellers. There's also a large selection of products to choose from, and there's more keyword research available to you. Now, the other strategy that we covered was called the next big thing, and it's a more complicated system. It's a more in-depth strategy, and it takes some getting used to. But the idea there is to find the new hot selling products that are getting buzz in the media that haven't quite hit the stores yet, or at least they haven't hit it in a big way. You want to get in front of the buzz. You want to tap into all that traffic that's just getting started out there. You want to be the first one to the market with these products because there's less competition, and it's harder for someone to knock off your strategy. It's for one simple reason. It's harder to become an affiliate for the next big thing. So it's harder for people to step in and knock off your strategy. But it also means there's bigger profit margins in new products. Typically, new products have higher profit margins built in them, which means stores such as Amazon can pay you a higher commission per unit. And we covered all those things in video 1. Now, the next big thing is a little bit more important to what we're doing here. Actually, it's not. It's the same, but it's a little bit more in depth. So let me go a little bit further into the review for the next big thing. As you remember, in the last video, I told you that the way to find the next big thing is to visit the most popular blogs and websites in your market using the tools I discussed in the first video. I told you to search the most popular magazines of the markets for hot new topics, product announcements, product reviews, and previews. And then I told you could also head over to your bookstore and browse the magazine rack looking for magazines in the markets that you chose in your first video action plan or action steps. And then you could head over to Amazon.com and search for magazines there and look for the best sellers. I'm assuming you've already done this stuff, folks, because if you haven't, this video won't mean much to you. Once again, as you've seen, the market research phase pretty much uses the same techniques as tools as the product research phase that we're using in today's video. Now, picking a profitable product, let's talk about that. there has to be a high demand by buyers. You also have to have higher priced products because it takes as much time to promote a low priced product as a high priced one. So unless you know that you can absolutely snag tens of thousands of visitors, it makes no sense to me to go ahead and build a site to promote a book that's going to pay you 10 or 15 cents payout per sale versus building a site that sells plasma TVs, which could pay out $150 to $200 per sale. So to me, it takes as much time to build and promote a low price product as a high price product, so it makes sense that I usually target higher priced products. That's not always the case, but that's generally the rules that I follow. You want to look for proven products that are constantly coming out with new models. For example, iPods. Everybody owns more than one iPod. The new iPod comes out with a new fancy technique, new cameras, new video playback features, new memory capacities, new colors, new. As long as they keep coming out with new models, you know that's already a proven product and you know that people are going to want to upgrade. So that's a way to find something that you know is going to be a big hit. Also, you want to look for higher commission payouts. So look for the competition. We covered this in video 1. You want to look for high pay-per-click competition. You want to look for high earnings per click in affiliate networks like CJ.com. And you want to make sure that Amazon's paying you up to 4 times as much higher commissions for the newest stores such as the MP3 stores, Endless.com, and Video on Demand. We covered those things in the first video. We also talked in the first video about how you have to be careful that sometimes Amazon caps out your maximum earnings potential per sale. So personal computers are capped out at $25 per commission. So even if you sell the newest Apple 12-core computer with 10 gigabytes of RAM, it doesn't matter if it's a $5,000 sale, you'll only make $25. That's up to you to decide if it's what you want to do. It may fit your marketplace. It may already fit the traffic that you have coming to your website, so it's an option. But for me, I like to look for things that don't cap me out. And I also talked about how certain stores have higher promotional items. So as you see here in the video, once again, this is a recap. Items typically start at 4%. Now, it looks like electronics are typically capped out at 4% on Amazon. And right now, Amazon's offering 10% on MP3s and 10% on the video demand. So that's 2.5 times as much commissions per sale because those are the new product categories we talked about in the first video. Also, we covered a lot of the tools that we used in the first video. We talked about how to find these buyers. If there's a high demand that's out there, we talked about finding them online. And here's the tools that we talked about in video 1. These are the tools that we're going to be using also in video 2. So I reprinted them here for you so you'll have a quick reference for them. Also, we talked about higher priced products. It takes as much time to build a website to promote a low price product as a high price product, but there are certain considerations. Don't forget to consider the volume of overall sales and the traffic patterns. Things like seasonal demands during the holidays could influence your decisions. Plasma TVs have holiday spikes. Digital cameras. The majority of cameras, 40% of all cameras, are sold during the last 2 months of the year during the holiday selling season. Also, we know that majority of toys are sold during the holiday selling season as well. And we've seen spikes in holiday costumes, for Halloween costumes, and also for power tools. We also showed you how to use the Google free keyword tool to look at the competition because more competition is our friend. We want to see a lot of pay-per-click competition because that means if people are paying to advertise the products or in those markets, it also means that they're making money selling those products. So competition is our friend, and we covered this in the first video. Now, getting to today's video, we're going to talk about the market that I chose. I personally went through all the marketing research phase that we discussed in the first video, and I decided that I will choose the electronics market as my market going forward. Why? The reasons are quite simple. There are always new models coming to the market in the electronic categories. New digital cameras, new iPods, new computers, new Blu-ray players, new cell phone models. New models are very important to our research, so electronics have new models coming out all the time. There's also a spike in sales coming into the holiday selling season. Electronic gadgets, not just gadgets, but consumer electronics in general, experience steady sales throughout the entire year, but some of them have huge spikes in sales coming into the holiday selling season, and that's the season we're in right now, so I'd like to tap into that. So the electronic market is part of the market I chose. Electronic buyers typically buy more than just one gadget. They buy iPods, and they buy more than one iPod. They buy game consoles, and they typically buy more than one game console. They buy the Wii, and they buy the Nintendo DS, and then they buy the PS3, and they buy the Xbox. I see it all the time in my neighborhood. The kids, even my friends that play games, own multiple consoles and they own multiple iPods. There's Blu-ray players, cell phones, laptops. They don't just buy one electronic gadget, they buy lots of electronic gadgets, which is why I chose the market. Electronic buyers typically buy more than one gadget in a particular market. So as I said, not just that they buy cell phones and Blu-ray players and iPods, but they also buy more than one gadget in a particular market. My son has the Nintendo Wii. He also has the PS3. Now he wants an Xbox. He has the Nintendo DS. He has the Nintendo Game Boy, which he still plays. He has at least 3 different variations of iPods, and he is very representative of the market of electronic buyers that are out there. They buy more than one gadget in any one particular market. Also, there's new potential buyers entering the market all the time, because not only do new emerging markets and new countries enter into the electronic buying phases, we also know that new age groups buy into these gadgets. So when a new gadget comes out, like a Wii, what happens? The Wii, what's interesting about the demographic in the Wii is that older players came into the marketplace that weren't in the marketplace before. In the past, game consoles were too difficult for them to play. But they introduced this new hot-selling product called the Wii, and it actually brought older people into the marketplace. I was at Best Buy when they released the Wii's exercise platform, and it's like a standing platform that you would stand on. I was in that store, and 9 out of 10 of the buyers that I saw in the store that day were people that were definitely in their 50s and 60s. And if you look at the demographic breakdowns from your market research, you found that a large number of buyers for those Wii's are people in higher age brackets. So that's what I mean, that there are new potential buyers entering the market. Not to mention young people. My son is 10, my daughter's 8. They want cell phones. They're entering in the cell phone marketing age. My friends have bought their friends, kids that are the same age, cell phones. I refuse to buy a cell phone yet. They don't need it yet. But that's what I mean, that there's new potential buyers entering in the markets, either because of their age or because the new technology allows them to enter in the market. There's also higher commissions available in the electronic markets. Product guidelines. You want to look for high commissions. You want to look for a large potential pool of buyers. You don't want to pick a product that only appeals to 2 or 3 people. You want to make sure there's a lot of buyers that are out there. You want to make sure there's a lot of search interest in it, because of what we're doing is we're selling products online. So we want to make sure that people are searching for our products in our markets. We want to make sure that there are new models coming out, because that means more of a chance of being a hit, not only for the next big thing. It also means that people will be coming to the search engines to discover more information about the new models. There's constantly new models coming out, so there's new keywords, there's upgrade cycles that we're talking about, there are more choices to choose from, and it also helps drive the media. When they talk about a new Apple iPad, Steve Jobs gets on the stage, and every news channel in the world carries that coverage. It drives people, as we said, the market research phase, it drives people to the internet to do more research. So when a new model comes out, people do more search, and they're more likely to buy a new product. So it's very important that we're picking products that have new models coming out all the time.